this is Kelly, and we are Inspiring Women on a Mission. Welcome back to our Tuesday post. Just a quick update. It is summertime, and we have been only posting every 2 weeks. Busy schedules for ourselves and all you folks out there. So just wanted to let you know that back in the fall, once we get to the fall, we are going to be back to posting weekly. Today's topic is
it's kind of a hot topic. It's been in the news quite a bit. It's been all over Facebook. It's been on lots of other social media, and it's about date rape or even assault, and what that is and what that can mean. And we have a couple of personal stories to share a little bit with you without getting into too much detail, but there's a big case down at Stanford University where a young man was recently pretty much acquitted for a very, I would think, a heinous crime of assaulting a young woman when she was incapacitated, not able to consent to this act, and she was pretty much raked over the coals by attorneys in the court system. And she wrote a very moving letter about what she entailed, or what she had endured and what she went through, and how this has completely changed her. And I think the reason I wanted to bring this up, it's a bit of a dark topic, I know, but I think it resonates with a lot of us. And
men and women, not just women, men and women.
It's happened in a lot of communities, whether it's the church communities or the sports communities, where young men have also been assaulted and taken advantage of. And really, I think sometimes in society we blame the victim. We want to know.
Often the victim is grilled. Their integrity is put at question, or their judgment, their own judgment.
Their own judgment, and the victim is getting put on trial even more so than the perpetrator, and that is so not right. So we wanted to speak about that, just because it's
a timely issue, but it's always a timely issue. Actually, in preparing for this, just a quick Google search turned up that in America, or North America,
someone is assaulted every 2 minutes.
Every 2 minutes. It didn't say male or female, so an individual, perhaps it's even a child, maybe it's your grandmother, maybe it's your mother, maybe it's your sister, maybe it's yourself. And pretty scary, pretty huge, crazy numbers.
Crazy numbers, and oftentimes it's by somebody that you know, that you already know, somebody that you might even feel safe with. And one of the reasons I wanted to bring this up is because this actually happened to me when I was in high school. It was a person that I felt safe with. I knew the family. My family knew his family. We all lived in the same neighborhood. And I never said anything for over 10 years. I didn't really even understand what happened to me, although I was very upset about it. And so I think this happens on more occasions than we can even possibly fathom. And not only did that happen, but another time where I was personally drugged by a neighbor. I was in my late 20s. I babysat their children, and it was a social event that I went to, and I got my drink drugged, and somebody tried to assault me, and married person with 2 children. And I was able to get away and get back to my home and be safe. And he confronted me the next day and asked me not to say anything. And you know what? I didn't say
later anything. Victimized again.
Yeah.
She got away. Yeah. She was safe for the night.
If it's happened to me twice in my life like that, I can only imagine how many times it's happened to other people. And so I guess, and maybe because this happened 40 years ago, doesn't make it all right, and it does not make it really any easier to come forward. I was really a little bit nervous about talking about this. A lot of my close friends and family know about these occasions, but I have never publicly spoken about them before. And so I can only imagine having to go into a courtroom.
Have you spoken to your husband, your children?
Yeah. My husband and children both know. They all of them know. My mom knows, my sister. But I know, speaking about it with some close friends and family, I find that several, and I won't name who they are, several friends and family members have also come forward and said, you know what, that happened to me too.
Me too.
And I'm astounded.
And when you say this, it's a me too kind of a
And then all of a sudden you feel like you've kind of got this
Community
and
of
connection
abused friends,
of people that have never said anything to
or
anyone.
minimized it.
And because they didn't want the publicity, they didn't want to go through the whole being re-victimized over all the
Questioned
questions.
about the details, or
The
what you
details.
possibly did to bring it on, or
Yeah.
maybe you weren't in the right place, maybe you weren't
What were
taking
you
care of
wearing? How much
yourself.
did you have to drink? You know, yada yada yada. And those are the questions that a victim gets asked. They don't often ask the other person all of these things. They ask the victim.
Yes.
Like, what did you do to attract this person's attention? And that, I want to say, is so wrong. So I think getting help, talking to somebody, as we've said before in our videos, is not keeping it all bottled up inside. I think once you bottle stuff up, a lot of other things come to the surface, and they come in ways that can be very destructive and counterproductive. So talking to somebody that you trust, that can be a friend, that can be a counselor, that could be, you know, somebody at church. It can even be, you know, a lawyer. It could be the police,
A family member, a neighbor.
somebody that you can
Yeah,
go
a
to.
family member. Trust your own judgment, trust your own intuition, trust your own internal guidance system. We have it for a reason. If you're not feeling right, and if you're not feeling
That's so
like,
true.
yes,
Yeah.
so stand up for yourself in the best way that you can, and that might be different for any one of us. So, and please make
know
sure
your power.
that
Know your power inside. And I don't think I knew mine. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. And you know, I've come through all these different things, and it's made me a stronger, better person. But at the time, you know, I didn't know, and I think a lot of people are doing that, are in that same boat.
Absolutely. So if you'd like to post comments for us and you don't want to post them publicly, you can leave a message privately if you want some direction as to where to turn, who to talk to, or just to vent. Please reach out to anybody that you feel safe and trust. And if you feel like you want to vent publicly, or you want to share, please do, because you just don't know who might be listening and who might feel safe because you shared and you showed, you know, that side of yourself. If you feel strong and capable of sharing your story or some of your stories, so
You might just be able to help one person, and that's really all that matters.
yeah, absolutely. So as always, thank you for listening. Thank you for tuning in, and
we'll see you in a couple weeks.
yes, thank you very much. This is Kelly, and I'm Nancy, and we are Inspiring Women on a Mission.